Rockstar Games' open-world titles are laden with details, and regardless of how long they've been available, fans are still finding neat little things. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a treasure trove of unique details, but Grand Theft Auto 5, and by extension GTA Online, isn't too far off, despite originally launching in 2013 for the Xbox 360 and PS3. Let's take a look at 10 of these things that fans have discovered in the past year or so. Robbing stores with no ammo. Everyone knows that you can rob a store without needing any ammo. Simply roll up, pull out a firearm, and threaten the clerk with it to receive that sweet cash. But remember, not to turn your back on them since they're armed and more than a little vengeful. But what happens if you accidentally fire your ammo-less weapon? As Felix Raminger on Reddit discovered, when the clerk sees that you have no ammo, they won't hesitate to pull out their weapon and gun you down. That this was possible all this time and players are discovering it now is crazy.
Then look around. Take it easy, I'm doing it. Okay, yes, I can give you the money.
Flipping cars with jets. Ramming jets into cars is one thing. Shooting them with a jet's guns is another thing, but have you ever tried flipping cars with a jet and then shooting them in midair? CJ Productions gave it a whirl by first gently balancing a car on the jet's body while slowly rising into the air. Then, as if by magic, they effortlessly twist around while the car falls back down to earth and destroy it with the guns. Whether practical or not, it's an impressive feat. Dry spot underwater. Have you ever wanted to just not drown while underwater? Raleigh Guitar Guy on YouTube discovered such a spot near the marina. It takes a bit of work, but if successfully done, you can stand on that spot underwater without drowning. Weapons can also be used, though firing rockets will kill you instantly. While we doubt this would be especially good for escaping the police, it would certainly leave them confused as to why you haven't resurfaced after so long. Whale skeleton. The ocean is one of the more mysterious elements of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online. You never know what will turn up over time. Case in point, Hacks44 on Reddit discovered a whale skeleton underwater, and no, not the one west of Banham Canyon. These apparently can appear around Cayo Perico during the heist. The user thus assumed they were close enough to where the island would spawn, thus causing the skeleton to appear. As for why it appears in the first place, no one knows. OG lock record in Franklin's office. Though Grand Theft Auto 5 never received any single-player story DLC, missions like The Contract and GTA Online come close to offering the same. Set several years after the main story, it sees Franklin working with the player to recover Dr. Dre's phone, which has some new music on it. If you pay enough attention while walking around in Franklin's office, you'll notice a gold record by OG Locke from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Yes, it also appears in Franklin's Stilt House mansion in the base game, but seeing it in his home office after so many years have passed is still pretty cool. Lemmings Highway. If you've ever wanted to recreate the 1991 classic Lemmings in Grand Theft Auto Online, there's a highway for that. As discovered by Illustrious Skirt 63, get a truck big enough to cover a significant portion of the road, go to the said highway, it has no railing and some construction signs, and just block the traffic. As a result, any AI-driven cars will veer off the highway into the traffic below, piling up into one big pile of death. The lack of a guardrail means nothing is stopping them from continuously doing this. Why the AI is broken in this way is hard to say, but it's amusing and almost enough to distract you from the dark truth about how Disney propagated the Lemmings myth. Almost. Loch Ness Monster. In the Cayo Perico heist on the left side of the island, you may have noticed something big, strange, and unmoving out of the water. No, not the whale skeleton, but rather the Loch Ness Monster in the flesh, alive and just sort of vibing. Also appearing near the end of the airstrip, it simply sits there and can seemingly kill the player if they get close, as Reddit user FlamingBlades20 discovered. References to the Loch Ness Monster are made in-game, and you can even find a sculpture of it in the sea if you explore enough. Launching cop cars. In GTA Online, go to Southeast Los Santos and navigate across the street from the Darnell Brothers warehouse. You'll find a very steep road that leads to the highway, and it's possible to jump off of it like a ramp. Alternatively, as Chris95RX7500 on Reddit discovered, commit a crime and get the police on your tail. Lead them to this ramp and then brake just before reaching the top. Due to their overzealous nature, the police will continue sailing through the air and land on the highway below. So whether you're caught in a desperate chase or just want to mess with the AI, this is another great method. Liberty Skyline. The Grand Theft Auto series is well known for its variety of references to previous games, from GTA San Andreas and GTA 3 to Grand Theft Auto 4. But did you know that Liberty City is somewhat viewable in-game? YouTubers McFoucher and Gaming BGK discovered that, when going to a specific hotel near the airport at night and looking out the window to the far right, you can view Liberty City's skyline in its reflection. Oddly enough, this is only for the PS4 and Xbox One versions. It's completely missing in the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 versions. Perhaps it was a bugged asset that displayed in a particular way, causing Rockstar to remove it. Either way, it's incredibly trippy. Liberty City Bumper. Speaking of Liberty City, Connection Relation 999 on Reddit discovered a car bumper in a barn near Mackenzie Airfield near Mount Chiliad. It's not just any bumper either, as the license plate reads Liberty City. When playing GTA Online, you can find some of these bumpers with the Liberty City license plate in 2-car and 6-car garages, which have seemingly been in the game since launch. It's little more than a nod, but still pretty cool. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Bolt.